Hey guys, so I'm getting into the rear end of the car. First I made sure everything was going to loosen. Sprayed what I could spray. Looks like the U-joints are going to need to be changed. They're pretty bad. And bolts, brakes, and here, I forgot. The owner said it had new drum brakes all the way around. And, of course, right away somebody noticed this side's actually on backwards. Big shoe's supposed to be in the back, little shoe on the front. That side's right, this side's wrong. But, getting into the rear end. So the first thing I did, just to make sure, I broke loose the fill plug. That wasn't too bad. And then I put a socket on each of the bolts and hit it with a hammer, shock them, just to make sure. And they all crack loose pretty easy. Now I just got to hit them with a little impact and get them out and start draining it. I got to remember, you leave the top one. It's already seeping because I cracked her loose, but leave the top one in. And we'll just go from there. Ooh, a piece of junk. The lock on my little impact doesn't lock no more. Sometimes it does, sometimes it don't. Get out of there. I shoulda just hit this with a wire wheel first. Got some of the real crusty stuff off, but I got in a hurry. Of course. Yeah, gotta get a pry bar. Pry bar. Not the big one. Where's my little one? Littler one. Here. Littler. And a screwdriver. See if a screwdriver will get her. Just get her in there and... Oh, yeah, she's thick. Now, I was kind of worried there was going to be water in here because it's actually missing the vent hose, but no water. So we'll just let this drain. Yep, stinks like gear oil. Oh yeah. Soupy. I'm glad to see it doesn't have water though. You just never know when those vent tubes are off. Obviously the vent's still there, but you just never know. Don't want to make a huge mess. Just let that sit. Yeesh. And then, oh wow, actually it looks really good. But we'll get you in here and I'll show you. I'll get this cleaned up a little bit and we'll get you in here and you can kind of see what we got going on. So getting you all in here, I did clean it up a little bit with some brake cleaner. It is in really good shape. All the gears look really nice. Teeth look really good. So what I got to do, you got to take this bolt out that holds this pin in, because that pin runs right there, holds the axles from coming in and out. So that pin's got to come out so the axles can come in a little bit, both sides, slip in, because there's clips I got to take out. Then once I take those clips out, then the axles will slide right out of the tubes. So I'm gonna get that bolt out and hopefully that pin comes out easy. Hopefully a good magnet or something grab onto it, otherwise tap, tap, tap from the top and we'll get her. So yeah, bolt, pin, slide the pin, axles in, clips out. That's what's next. So the bolt come out pretty easy, and it just, you know, it's there. Pin's coming out with a magnet. I can handle that. Slip her out. And then, I believe, just turn it a little. Can't see. The axles go in a here, and the clips come out. Axle in. Axle in. And then get the little clips. Uno. Come on. Come on, little guy. Get out of there. I can't see it. Oh, had it. Little sheet. There. And then, as you can see, so if you want to see it, those clips slide right in there, and then when you put the axles back out, they hold in place in the gear, and then that pin holds them from moving in or out. Now, should be able to just slide the axles out. All like a so. And that's it. Now I can take the brakes off. So, I'm gonna get into some of that and we'll see where I put you. And just verified for the customer. These are 28 spline, counted them to be sure. Now if he decides he wants that posi rear end, he knows what to order. Bonus, the ring gear and everything looks really good on this, so it'll all be reusable for the posi unit. So 28 spline, posi, hopefully. So we'll see. Now I can get the brakes off. Okay, and then the brakes, as I was saying earlier, it's just 4 bolts. So I took them out. It's a bolt and then nut on backside, nut and washer, and literally it just slides right off. Whole unit. I already took the brake lines off. Those can't be used for the disc brakes, and I'll be able to reuse this offline. I mean, they didn't have it up connected to the car where it belongs. They didn't have it connected on the rear end where it belongs, so that'll all be, you know, fixed. But the brake line I'm not going to use to the front because it's probably not going to work anyway, and I want to use copper. But yeah, so now I'll just clean all this up, get it nice and smooth. It's kind of crusty and a little flaky. Get it all cleaned up, and next I did both sides. I only managed to break 1 bolt. It's bound to happen, but it's just pretty standard. Little throw a bolt in. Now I got to take the pinion, the whole assembly out. I got to mark caps and everything so I know where to put it back. But we did get a posi unit for it. The customer decided on a Yukon Sure Grip, I believe. Yeah, Sure Grip posi unit. So I got to pull the assembly out and then take the ring gear off there. Pop. I'll take that off, put it on the new unit, and figure out shimming and all that other stuff. So that'll be next. But I just wanted to finish up on the whole brake deal. These will go on a shelf for future projects because it's, you know, GM 10 bolt. So obviously it won't work on this car, anymore, but that one's the same, that one's the same, that one's the same. The ones outside are the same. So it'll come in handy for a future project. Brand new stuff. Obviously got to fix that one because, as mentioned, the pads are put on wrong. It is what it is. People don't, you got to pay attention. So now I got to get under the car, get that apart. That'll be a different thingity. I got to drop the drive shaft. I got new U-joints for that. Put it all together. Mazel. And then clean everything up. Get it ready. Make sure, because it's going to have dust shields, backing plates for the disc brakes on this one. Like the Galaxy, if you watch that one didn't have those plates, but this one does. I'm going to use them. So we'll get into it, and I'll see how far, you'll see in a little while later. Next video, probably. All right, I'm on the Camaro again. On a standstill with the rear, because we're waiting for some bearings and stuff. Can't do nothing. So I hopped up front. Started taking the master, taking all lines off. To get the master out to start doing the booster and everything. The upgrade. And, I had like wires and stuff in the way, and I was like, well, so, okay. So they had this rigged together here. Ouch. Pointy. And then they got it feeding the live to the coil. So I know this is a project. We all make things work. But I don't know what these yellow wires are for. They're obviously live for something. I assume motor, wipers, something. And then they have a wire tied in, which goes to the fan, electric fan, tied into that same live. And I got to looking some more, like, because your ignition wire comes out of there, right? Should be a brown wire, GM. And then it follows it up across, it goes across there, and comes out in this loom right here. This is a vacuum, but it comes out here, goes down behind the engine, and then there's a splitter for your coil. It's a brown wire. So now I assume it's tucked in there somewhere. I'm going to have to fight it out to try to find it. Probably got broke. Ground's not even hooked up. So now I'm, doing the brakes. And then wires. Like, I'm going to have to start making a list. Just write it on his broken windshield. All the things, like, great. I don't want to try to fish that one. But it's fine. I understand. This was a project that the customer bought as a project from, the other people. They did a lot of work to it. He's done a lot of work to it. Now I'm trying to finish it. But wiring. We all talked about this before. Yeah. But if I have to, I just tap in here at that ignition wire and run my own up here if that one's broke. I can't get to it. So eliminate it here, tie in, and go straight up. We'll see. But obviously I'm gonna have to play with some wiring too, and like, I can never remember what these are called, but probably needs a new one, I think. But no more distractions. I'm gonna get back into the brakes again because I gotta get all these lines out. So, and stuff and things. Good thing the interior's out because I can lay down in there to take care of this. So there, kind of an updater on the Camaro. Again, waiting a few days for parts for the rear to get back into the posi setup. I was sorting and doing, going through all the brackets and everything, but I got to turn wrenches, so I'm gonna get this thing out. All right, so that's, okay, see y'all later. Okay, so the master's out. That wasn't that bad. Not too bad. Then I got down here, Not terrible. I mean, it's terrible, but man, you could tell it. These are new lines, but it's been sitting a long time. I was looking at it, kind of getting a feel. I mean, he said it had no brakes. He wasn't kidding. Rears were brand new. These were Wi-Fi. So I'm looking around, like, you know, she needs a good clean in. It does. He's got new shocks on the way, front and rear. He ordered some. They were back ordered. I think he's just going to order some different ones. But I was thinking maybe we could just keep the steering for now. I ordered new ball joints, top, bottom. This setup gets brand new spindles, brand new steering knuckles. Well, I was like, no, I don't think that's waiting. So that's going to have to come off with the spindle and knuckle. And hopefully that comes off there. So I'll just order brand new everything. So, sleeves and everything, you might as well. So that's where that's going to be. And I don't know, does a feller just leave it be and just, you know, start unbolting and let it go? Probably. So I'm just going to cut the lines. I ain't even thinking with them. I disconnected from the master because they look decent. They're not decent. I'm just going to cut them. So yeah, I'm going to yeah, cut and chisel. Alright, so it's gonna be fun. It's not that bad. The rest of the steering knuckles under there look fairly decent. They're old and crusty and I could probably clean them up, but we'll see. We'll know more. So I'm gonna start blowing this apart and then try not to find anything else that I gotta mess with. So I'll get at it with you guys later when it's apart. So as you can see, she's pretty crusty, but I was able to clean up. I got the inner tie rod loose and off. Clean up the bolts and stuff for the ball joints. Fought like crazy just to get the cotter keys out, or cotter pins. But they came, and I'm pretty sure. So I already got the lower one bolt or nut off. I believe I got it to drop, so I gotta get the top yet. See how she wants to do it. This one go. Couldn't find my bigger hammer today. I think I might have left it at a customer's house yesterday. I don't know where I put it. Just let go. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that bottom one did. Yeah. So there's not a lot of pressure on this one now. Is that it? Did she let go? Well, it did, but it didn't. Come on, little feller. Really wanted that one to go first. It sounded like it did, but maybe not. So I'll just have to get my pickle fork in there and finesse it, I think. Or, oh, there he goes. There. Yeah, she's crusty. But I thought this was going to drop more. Maybe this is helping. That'll get sawzalled off. And these will get ground off and chisel, get that thing out, press this one out. So there it is. A little bit of progress anyway. Yeah, she's crusty. And but we'll make it look better. So I guess I'll probably cut that out next. And then take that out, get it up. Because that one's just, you know, cut the bolts off or chisel the bolts off and chisel it out. It's not pressed. That way I got plenty of room for my press to press that one out. So we'll see. We will see. Next. All right, so we got a bit further than I expected last night. Got the upper U-joint or ball joints out. Ball joint. I'm gonna wait to do that one until I disassemble the other side. But now, so everything's apart. It's getting new shocks and now new springs. Because after cleaning up in here, I had seen that she was broke and rotten. So I got a hold of the customer right away, let him know. And he went ahead, pulled the trigger, just ordered new shocks. So those will be here in about 5 days. Gives me plenty of time. So, new shocks too, new ball joints, new steering. So yeah, new springs, new shocks, new steering. The whole 9 yards, it'll all be new. So now, I'll just get into the other side. I bring my light over so I can see better. And I'm gonna start ripping this old girl apart. It's a fight, getting all this rusty old stuff. This thing's been sitting a very long time, obviously. So, I'm gonna get into that. We'll see what I show or don't show. Because, you know, it's kind of a pain. It went a lot better than I expected, but very time consuming. So, let's get into it. This side's ready to go. Well, besides that. I figured I'd do the lower ball joints. Why get out my, you know, big press, clamp press. Wait until they're both ready and do them both at the same time and then pop the new ones in right away and not have tools laying around. So get into that. I already talked about, you know, waiting for stuff with that for the rear end. So we'll finish this up while we wait for parts. And on the passenger side, I'll tell you what, this one fought me way harder. Even with my big hammer. I did leave it at a customer's house. I thought so. Yeah. She had a starter issue. Stripped her bolts. I was trying. But no go. I got to bring it here. And so I was going to do that today. But my helper didn't come. He's coming, but he's not here yet. It's way too late now. So now I already got the shock unbolted on the bottom. Now I can get at it better here underneath. I'll just cut it off. These, I don't know, maybe I said something. I just take a grinder. These have been changed once, but a very long time ago. But I just take a grinder, cut a slit nice and wide in the top on all 4 bolts, and then chisel, whack, take them off, and she pops right out. Done. And then I'll get into those, get the spring out, cut this guy off, easy peasy, and that's it. So I think for now, this set of videos is done. I'm gonna call it good at that. And then when I start cleaning everything up, anti-rusting, and then painting, I'll get back in then the new parts. Because again, I got like 5 days before I even get springs. so it's going to be a waiting game. So I have plenty of time to do all the cleaning, rust proofing, painting, which I'll do in video, and start getting all the new stuff put back together. So the tear part, done. Now waiting for parts. So that'll be coming soon, and we'll see you then. I appreciate everybody that watches and follows along. And this 68 Camaro build is so cool. And hopefully it's just a start of bigger projects and more to come. So we'll see. Alrighty, guys, I appreciate it. I'm gonna finish this up, make myself a pizza, and wait. So see you all in the next one.